Peace. I wanted to just take a few minutes to finish my topic from this morning. I have a couple minutes while students are in the other room working. The topic that I had today was it costs you to be the boss. If you want to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. Now, why is that important? I briefly spoke about the fact that on my journey, my personal journey, I've always risen to leadership. You know, when I was in retails, I was more likely or less to be asked if I would supervise. When I was in my religious setting, I was always asked to be the head. And there were various times where I would assume leadership. And when I was in the school system as such, before I was independent, I was always asked to be the supervisor, the administrator, and move into leadership. But there comes with a price. And the number one price is accountability and responsibility. Whenever you are given a measure of leadership, the buck stops with you. So if you're an entrepreneur, you can't complain about lazy workers because they're there being lazy because you allow it. You can't complain about how people aren't enthusiastic because enthusiasm is contagious. And if whatever you have, the people around you are going to exemplify that. So you can't complain about what's not happening and what's happening, and it all falls on you. I remember being in a leadership position in my religious house when I was practicing religion. Not that I'm not practicing spirituality, but when I was practicing religion, organized religion, and I was the head, the person up over me in the country said, if the doorknob is not working in that house of God and somebody touches the doorknob and it breaks and they get hurt, you're responsible. The president of the United States is responsible for the economy. I don't care if they didn't vote, they're responsible for the people who are making the decisions of education. Any leadership role you have, there is a cost. Some of you talking about multiple streams of income. That means you want to be your own boss. Well, that means that you can't blame anybody for a dry day. And if you have a good day, pat yourself on the back. But if you want to be the boss, you got to pay the cost. How about the home? Fellas, I'm a traditionalist in a lot of sense that a father, a husband, or whatever you are, if that house is run a certain way, run amok, you're responsible. So, what is all of this leading to? Why am I bringing this up? You hear all this talk about Darren Jackson and YouTube and people having channels. Now, if you can't be the boss of a corporation, if you can't be the boss of a school or religious organization or fraternal organization or sorority, the least you can be is boss of yourself. I'm going to say that again. If you can't be the boss of anything, you damn sure better be the boss of yourself. Some of us can't even be the boss of us. We're out of control. And that's why if you keep looking at YouTube, if you keep looking at what's happening, you miss out on the fact that you got to improve yourself. Now, let's look at the excuses we make. You tell a person they need to lose weight. The first thing they do is make an excuse. It's my glands. It's my genetics. They never say, I have to eat better, exercise, think right, and find somebody who's going to help me be accountable for me. something going on. Oh my God, the economy's bad. That's why I'm not making any money. No, the job you work or the job you lose, a lot of it is because of you, your bank account, and not being able to save money and overspending. That's you. Well, how about, you know what I'm saying? A lot of racism in America. Yeah. But don't let that stop you from your greatness and your ability to shine. Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to learn that despite your color, you have to be excellent. And one thing they can't hold back is Black excellence. So if you're going to be the boss of yourself, that's the start before you could be the boss of anything else. Now, let me close with this whole Darren Jackson thing. Who cares? That's why, here's a brother that been given advice in his early 20s to 27, and he was giving advice to people. And I'm not going to bust that, but somebody at 20 to 27 is still learning life. You a life coach at 20, 27? You ain't lived yet. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't lived yet. And the other thing that I want to talk to some brothers about is, because I don't give a lot of advice on the other side. I don't know what it's like to have breasts. I don't know what it's like to have estrogen. I don't know what it's like to be a woman. But I know damn sure that I know what it's like to be a man. And a lot of us have this, I don't know if it's our religion or what our uncles taught us, but straight out of the gate, we want to have a committed relationship. Don't fool yourself. The first person you meet, and let me say this, I don't believe in soulmates. I don't believe in that there's only one person ever for you. Hell, what if somebody dies? You got to move on. Or what if that person after a while doesn't work out for you? You going to stop? Oh, good if you've been with the same woman from the age of 13 and you 35 and 40. Good for you. That's not the norm. 70% of all relationships that end in divorce are usually initiated by the woman. 70% of all relationships that end in divorce are usually initiated by the woman. I think because, brothers, we can't be afraid to get rid of it if it's not working. And you can't be a kind of brother who's got one itis. Oh, I just met the woman of my life and you're 19 and 20. Nah, try several. Spin plates. Go for dates. Don't be exclusive. Find out who you are first. Improve yourself. Know yourself enough that maybe before the age of 30, you don't even know what your purpose is in life. You just learning. And you making commitments. Ain't nothing wrong with not being exclusive. Don't front. You dating one, you date another, and don't string nobody along. I'm going to show you how to vet the woman in your life. How do you choose? Because a lot of us have made mistakes. And after you make a mistake, you look into, go somewhere else outside the house looking for something. Nah, you better off doing that journey first. Date. Don't be exclusive. I don't care. Even if she might ask after a while, where are we going with this? If we're not, well, I'm not ready. And if you want that, it ain't me. I'm going to just keep on moving and keep on until I'm ready. I'm working. I'm on my purpose. I'm on my grind. I'm improving myself. And at some certain point, I can make a fit judgment about who is for me. Are they a part of my purpose? Am I attracted to them? This is that one person that you got, and you ain't high heels over them. It's hard enough. But if the attraction is not there, if the inspiration is not, the motivation is not there to be with that one person, then you better off. And I don't care if you 8 to 80, dumb, crippled, and crazy. Excuse that expression. But if you 8 to 80, look, just because you 30 don't mean you should get married. And just because you 25 and you religious don't mean you should get married. Drop that. Now let me end. Do you know the number one users of pornography are fundamentalist Christian men? Think about that. The number one users of pornography ain't the brothers from the street that ain't got no religion. It ain't the brothers that, that are wild and call freaky. It's the noble acting, pious looking, religious looking brothers that are fundamentalist, conservative Christians that are the number one users of pornography. And this is why I believe the religion taught them one-itis. Oh, I'm going to be committed in a relationship. Stop fronting. You need to spin some plates, and you need to not be exclusive and fool nobody, not even yourself. But they're in these relationships and they're looking for a way to get out, but they don't want God to be displeased with them. So if I use pornography, then I can satisfy all of the desires I have in my head and not violate my marriage. Nah, you fronting. You trying to act like something you not. And so you have a wife and you're not attracted. She's not for you. She is not what you need to have in your life in order to move on with your mission and purpose. She's a trophy. And since she's a trophy you put on a shelf and let get dusty, there ain't nothing going on because you know that's a lie. That's a front. You was better off playing the field. And ain't nothing wrong with that if you upfront with it. Be who you is and be who you gonna be, but not phony. Y'all feel me? Peace and blessings, my dear family. Remember, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss. And if you're gonna be in a leadership position, even a leadership over yourself, it's gonna take sacrifice. You're gonna have to give something to get something. You wanna lose weight, you gotta give up that bad food. You gotta exercise. You wanna be intelligent enough to get a degree or to get some training or electrical engineer, contractor, you're going to have to discipline yourself to go to those classes. If you want to develop a part of yourself that's never been developed spiritually, you may have to fast. You may have to read. You may have to do those things. But if you're going to be powerful, if you're going to be boss-like, then you got to have discipline enough to know that there's a price to pay. And I've learned that with every stage of my life in leadership, I had to let go of things. And when you don't let go, those things drag you along and you're not able to get to be that boss. Peace, my dear family. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and get off of social medias, people's lives, and all these dating coaches and all these entrepreneurial geniuses that you think, and start creating your own. If you're going to be a dating coach, do it. If you're going to be a trendsetter, be that. Stop looking at others to do what you can do for yourself if you would only put the work in. Peace.